Alright, what's going on, boys? So the other day the UFC announced that July 11th, International Fight Week, Conor McGregor will be taking on Max Holloway in a fight at 170 pounds. Now, at first glance, this matchup looks like the good old coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb type of matchup, but the fact that it's at 170 does add a few more interesting layers to the fight. So I decided, screw it, we're going to analyze this fight and go over the top 3 ways that this bad layer is going to play out. Now, I do just want to say, if you're new here, first of all, subscribe, like the video, it means a lot to me. God, I hate asking people to do that, but it does mean a lot to me if you do. And thank you. And also, I'm not coming on here trying to be like some absolute MMA wizard predicting every fight, right? I watch a shit ton of UFC and MMA. But as far as actual hands-on MMA experience goes, I got nothing. I probably got more hands-on experience picking up women from bars than I do with MMA. Hell, I haven't brought a girl home probably since the Trump administration came back into town. So that says a lot. But without further ado, let's get into this. And surprisingly, I got 2 ways that Conor McGregor can get the W in this fight. And I got one for Max Holloway that I think if Max Holloway wins, this is 100% the way he wins. But at number 3, this is probably the most likely out of the 3 by a long shot. But Conor McGregor via lay and pray. We all saw what happened to Max Holloway in his last fight. Absolutely showed zero resistance to Charles Oliveira, and it made everyone really think back on Max Holloway's career and think, man, he hasn't really fought any good wrestlers his entire career. He's been pretty lucky. And when he ran into someone with a high level of skill in wrestling like Charles Oliveira, he got completely dominated. And now, as for the BMF belt, I think I could go on the UFC website, buy one of those shitty replica belts for like $300, and then that belt would hold more weight than Charles Oliveira's BMF belt. But now, as for why I think Conor could actually have a realistic shot of winning this fight via lay and pray, is just because of the fact he might have a huge size advantage on Max Holloway. And real ones know that McGregor actually has pretty good jiu-jitsu. And he did show that in the first fight. Now, I'm not going to use the first fight at all in predicting how this one will go, because anyone doing that is out of their godforsaken mind, because that fight was 13 years ago. Max Holloway was quite literally a sperm cell in that fight. And a little fun fact for you, that fight actually took place in Boston. I'm from Boston. I've been begging the UFC to come back for years now, and there's just no sign of it. They just don't want to come back, even though Dana White's from Boston. God, that shit just pisses me off, especially when you see that they're going to Oklahoma, or even last year they went to Iowa. And like at this point, I would believe that they're probably more likely to hold an event in the Nether in Minecraft before they come back to Boston. But also, when you're looking at this fight from a lay and pray aspect, I don't know if McGregor would have the cardio to do it for all 5 rounds if Max put up a little bit of struggle. I mean, he didn't really put up a little bit of struggle at all in the Oliveira one, but Oliveira really had a tight grip on him. So I don't think McGregor will control him like that. I do think McGregor could gas out a little bit in the later rounds if he even did go with this approach, and causing it to be a pretty close fight given McGregor like the first 3 rounds, because all he did was hold down Holloway, and Holloway just stealing the last 2. Now on to the next way that I think this fight could play out. Pretty simple. McGregor just catches Holloway early. It's no secret that Holloway's chin's been fading over time. He got dropped in the Dustin fight, got dropped in the Gaethje fight, and got dropped against Ilya and knocked out. Now, I don't think it will be like a Jose Aldo knockout, and on the other spectrum, I also don't think it will be like an Eddie Alvarez knockout. I think it will be similar to the Cowboy Cerrone one, where he sort of catches him with something, like how he busted him up early and then caught him with a kick. I could see something like that happening that stuns Holloway, leading to an eventual finish. And now lastly, this to me is the most likely outcome, sadly. I'm really pulling for McGregor, but I just have a really strong feeling that Max Holloway just grinds him down and finishes him in the 3rd or 4th round. Or even if McGregor's cardio is absolutely shot, because he wasn't known for having good cardio even in his prime. If now it's completely shot, I could see it happening in the 2nd too. Because I really do think if McGregor does start fading and Holloway just starts putting it on him near the cage, I could definitely see McGregor just dropping down and covering up, sort of like Anthony Smith style. Honestly though, I see a lot of people saying that Max Holloway's just going to go out there and knock him out in the 1st round, but I really just don't see that happening. I really do think that Conor McGregor's gonna have to slow down a bit before Max finds the finish. And I just don't see him slowing down that early, so I'm guessing my official prediction for the fight is Max Holloway TKO in rounds 2 through 4. If I had to give an exact round, I'm going with 2. But yeah, that's really going to do it for today. As always, let me know what you guys think are the most likely outcomes for this fight, and I will see you guys in the next one.